Minority leader says destruction of National Carnival in Tobago deliberate. Roxborough Hospital receives age-friendly accreditation. Police warn against underage children at adult events. And parents urged to keep sick children at home. Good evening, I am Bianna Brebner. Welcome to the Tobago Updates Television News for Thursday, 6th March 2025. To our top story. The destruction of Tobago's National Carnival was a deliberate act by the current THA administration, according to Minority Leader Kelvin Morris. He believes the Farley Augustine-led administration is looking for an excuse to cancel the February events in favor of the Tobago October Carnival. Reporter Candice Jackson has the details.
It is a clear, deliberate action to force people by watering it down for you to come to the natural conclusion that, well, we perhaps shouldn't have it. They want to kill the carnival because they are not about unity. They are not about nationality.
One reason Minority Leader Kelvin Morris holds this belief is that no plan for carnival was presented.
The carnival was never launched in Tobago, so as far as I am concerned, we didn't have a carnival because we never launched a carnival. And the Secretary of Tourism was never present.
Secretary of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation Tashia Burris missed most of the carnival events as she was away on THA business trips, including Roots America's conference in the Bahamas and the ITB trade show in Berlin, Germany.
And I am saying if any secretary would abdicate their duty like that, that secretary does not deserve their position. Does not. Because it is clear the secretary prefers to fly all over the world than to stay here and do her job.
Meanwhile, Morris faced criticism on social media for his negative comments about Tobago's carnival while participating in carnival activities in Trinidad. He has since defended his actions.
While I was doing business in Trinidad, seeing how the Mecca does it, spending my own money to observe so that I can be ready and prepared to help the PNM bring a proper plan.
He continued to blame the THA for poor management of the National Carnival, insisting there is no need to sacrifice it for the success of the Tobago October Carnival. Morris also lamented the absence of activities in Tobago East and criticized the decision to dismantle the Windward Carnival Committee.
A specialized arm of the Festivals Commission that treated specifically with activities in the Far East, including the Afro Queen, which has been moved from the Saturday to Wednesday.
He promised that if the THA returns to the PNM, Carnival will be fixed. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
Roxborough Hospital has achieved a groundbreaking milestone, becoming the first healthcare facility in the Caribbean to receive age-friendly accreditation under U.S. guidelines. This designation ensures that the elderly patients receive the highest standard of care tailored to their specific needs. The hospital's outpatient unit, led by Medical Chief of Staff Dr. Nathaniel Duke, was officially granted age-friendly status by the National Institute of Aging in the United States. This recognition underscores Roxborough Hospital's commitment to enhancing healthcare services for older adults, prioritizing quality, accessibility, and patient-centered care. This achievement places the Tobago-based hospital at the forefront of geriatric healthcare in the region, setting a benchmark for other institutions to follow. Inspector Caitlin Sterling, speaking on the Tobago Updates morning show, highlighted a concerned trend of underage children attending carnival events designed for adults. She emphasized that the band leaders must take greater responsibility in ensuring that participants meet the required age criteria.
However, we saw, especially for the Codler Hall Juve, we saw a lot of children reveling within those bands. And, we asking promoters of these events, to censor the ages of children in these bands.
She also noted that Kiddies Carnival is specifically designed for young participants and encouraged parents to be more responsible.
We have what we call the Kiddies Carnival that is catered for children. So we're asking promoters, band leaders, and even parents to ensure that children participate in Kiddies Carnival and adults participate in the Juve celebrations that catered for adults.
Additionally, she warned that the presence of children at these adult events puts a strain on emergency and security resources, citing incidents where underage attendees were found intoxicated.
Because we had a lot of instances where children were hospitalized because they were too intoxicated. They don't know themselves, and they gave the emergency personnel extra work because we have to cater for security and looking at these children.
We'll take a break and come back with more. Stay with us.
When the game is on, you don't want to miss the best moments. With AMPLIA TV, you can enjoy our ultimate sports package and watch your favorite games on the go. Stay connected and informed with sports news, scores, and stats with AMPLIA's fastest internet speeds. Up to 1 GB fiber internet, you can stream riveting football action, cricket, NBA games, and much more. With AMPLIA, it's game on. Visit amplia.co.tt or call 800-4663. AMPLIA. Do more, live more.
The Tobago Rhythm and Soul Festival. Feel the beat. Embrace the calm. On Easter weekend 2025, Tobago is the place to be. From April 17th to 20th, the rhythm, the soul of Tobago. On Thursday, April 17th, get ready for a worship experience at the Shore Park Complex with Melodies from Heaven. Melodies from Heaven. Then on Saturday, 19th April, immerse yourself in the sun, sea, and sand at the Buku Seafood and Jazz Festival, featuring legends of R&B. On Sunday, 20th April, we bring the curtains down at Parade Grounds, Dwight York Stadium for Fusion. Get your tickets on islandetickets.com now or visit TobagoFestivalsCommission.com for more info. Tobago Rhythm and Soul Festival 2025. Feel the beat. Embrace the calm.
Good morning. Put a smile on you to be.
Welcome back. Minority Leader Kelvin Morris says he is now living in fear after what he perceives as a threat to his life from Secretary of Settlements, Public Utilities and Rural Development Ian Pollard. This follows a remark made during last week's plenary sitting when Pollard, in the midst of crosstalk, allegedly told Morris he would be sent home. Morris, who is assisting the Integrity Commission with investigations into irregularities in hiring practice within the division, says he took the comment as a direct threat to his life. More in this report from Candice Jackson.
Kindly continue, Councillor.
So it is amazing that apart
members, the cross talk.
Send me home. That is a threat. That is a threat to my life.
It was at this point during last Thursday's plenary sitting that Minority Leader Kelvin Morris felt his life was threatened.
But what was intimated and what was referenced across the floor by Member Pollard, representative for Mason Hall Moriah, was in fact a threat to me, the minority leader, that he will send me home.
Morris says he took the remark as a threat because he is allegedly assisting the Integrity Commission with an investigation into irregularities in the hiring practices for the Rural Development Unit within the Settlements Division. He further claimed this is not the only time he has received a threat.
In the first instance, reminding me that he has Muslim friends and he will deal with me. That was the first threat sometime last year, and he has now doubled down on that threat by intimating to me that he will send me home.
Morris said a police report has since been filed, and he has reiterated his call for police protection. When contacted, Secretary Pollard dismissed the accusation as foolish, insisting he never made any threats against Morris's life. He also denied knowledge of an Integrity Commission investigation into the employment practices within the division, stated instead that he is only aware of a Freedom of Information request on the matter. Meanwhile, Morris claims Pollard is facing additional legal trouble. He revealed that a private landowner from Arnersville has issued a pre-action protocol letter to the secretary accusing him of encroaching on the complainant's land along with
clear breach of the AMA Act, where you're extracting soil of a certain volume over the prescription of the law that requires EMA clearance and got none. And as the pre-action protocol letter describes, the theft, the stealing of material that does not belong to that individual.
Additionally,
it is being alleged and one member is being accused of using vile and abusive language, not only to the owners of the property, but also to the persons who came to survey.
Pollard declined to comment on the matter at this time. However, Morris says he is writing to the Integrity Commission, calling for an investigation and alleging that it amounts to misbehavior in public office. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
The Division of Health, Wellness and Social Protection urges parents and guardians to keep children with symptoms of hand, foot and mouth disease and impetigo at home to prevent further spread. Cases of hand, foot and mouth disease have doubled recently, with impetigo also on the rise, while chickenpox cases have slightly decreased. Symptoms of hand, foot and mouth disease include sore throat, loss of appetite and painful mouth sores, followed by a rash on hands, feet, and sometimes other body areas. Impetigo is marked by fever, swollen lymph nodes, and yellowish crusty sores, typically around the mouth, nose, and hands. The division stresses the importance of keeping sick children isolated, practicing good hygiene, and visiting a doctor if symptoms appear. Keeping children home until all symptoms are apparent is crucial in reducing transmission. Finance Minister Colin Imbert has denied claims of missing money, calling the accusation fabricated by opposition leader Kamala Persad-Bissessar. Imbert responded after Persad-Bissessar urged Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley to launch an independent investigation into Imbert's conduct regarding alleged missing billions of taxpayers' funds. Imbert explained that no money is missing in the 2023 public accounts, pointing out that the financial statements, including the Treasury's position and accounts of individual officers, are certified by 3 ministry officials. He also clarified that a software error at the central bank caused an accounting mistake discovered by the Budget Division, not the Auditor General's office. Imbert criticized Persad-Bissessar for misunderstanding the process and accused her of attempting to mislead the public with baseless claims. You're watching the Tobago Updates Television News. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. More news after this.
Has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supply specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Want to get better? Where to start? What kind of exercise to do? What to eat? How to get restful sleep? Need a doctor to search for root cause? Look no further. Come to Majuba Hill Lifestyle Center Foundation at our Wellness Center in Goodwood, or Food Hub in Darrow Springs, Scarborough, or Doctor's Office in Goodwood and Darrow Spring. Contact 49 Swift 4979 438.
Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, buljoil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules, or if you are having a cooking day off.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO, and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Welcome back. The conversation surrounding Tobago's role in the National Carnival continues to gain traction, with several critics voicing their concerns and recommendations. One such voice is Marcelin Ned of Marcelin Ned and Associates, a seasoned Carnival stakeholder who has been actively participating in the National Carnival since 2003 with her own indigenous Tobago band. One of Ned's primary concerns is the persistent lack of funding from corporate and government agencies, which she believes hampers Tobago's full participation nationally. Joe Sheldon has more in this report.
One of the key issues Marcelin Ned of Marcelin Ned and Associates raised is the lack of adequate funding for some bands in Tobago. She said many local bands struggle to secure the financial support needed to sustain their participation in the National Carnival, limiting their ability to compete on a larger scale.
Lo and behold, we say a grant to assist bands. And when you go there, furthermore, they say 3/4. When you go, you give a small band $900. Which a small band grant was $4,000. A medium grant for juniors was $5,000, and a large was $7,000. What $900 could do.
She believes that the strict stipulations for accessing funding often result in sponsors overlooking bands like hers. This, she argues, creates an uneven playing field, making it difficult for indigenous Tobago bands to thrive in the National Carnival.
But bands like myself who, just was doing the National Carnival itself, they find, well, we don't want to waste we money on them because them ain't getting the maximum people of 500 or wherever. So we don't waste we time with that. We can't vex with them.
However, Ned suggested that it may be time for corporate sponsors to reconsider their approach by investing in smaller bands, allowing them to grow.
I think corporate sponsors needs to kind of adjust back a little bit and watch and say, well, okay, I see this band here have some potential. Let me see for the first year if we can assist them. Even if it's a 4,000 something, and see what they will do with it to make themselves right.
Joe Sheldon, Tobago Updates, Television News.
The weather report is up next.
The Tobago Rhythm and Soul Festival. Feel the beat. Embrace the calm. On Easter weekend 2025, Tobago is the place to be from April 17th to 20th. The Rhythm, the Soul of Tobago. On Thursday, April 17th, get ready for a worship experience at the Shore Park Complex with Melodies from Heaven. Melodies from Heaven. Then on Saturday, 19th April, immerse yourself in the sun, sea, and sand at the Buku Seafood and Jazz Festival, featuring legends of R&B. On Sunday, 20th April, we bring the curtains down at Parade Grounds, Dwight York Stadium for Fusion. Get your tickets on islandetickets.com now or visit TobagoFestivalsCommission.com for more info. Tobago Rhythm and Soul Festival 2025. Feel the beat. Embrace the calm.
Want to get better? Where to start? What kind of exercise to do? What to eat? How to get restful sleep? Need a doctor to search for root cause? Look no further. Come to Majuba Hill Lifestyle Center Foundation at our Wellness Center in Goodwood. or Food Hub in Darrow Springs, Scarborough, or Doctor's Office in Goodwood and Darrow Spring. Contact 49 Swift 4979 438.
Now for a look at the weather update from the TNT Met office. Tonight is expected to be generally fair despite the odd brisk shower. Tonight's temperature drops to 25 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow mainly hot and sunny and at times breezy despite the low chance of 1 or 2 isolated showers. Mostly fair night. Daytime temperatures are set to reach 31 degrees Celsius with a heat index of 34 degrees Celsius. Seas are moderate with waves up to 2 meters in open waters and near 1 meter in sheltered areas. Sunrise is 6:14 and sunset is at 6:13. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Here's a recap of the headlines. Minority leader says destruction of National Carnival in Tobago deliberate. Roxborough Hospital receives age-friendly accreditation. Police warns against underage children at adult events. And parents urged to keep sick children at home. I am Bianna Brebner. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great night.